Hello, my name is Richard Stinson, and I work at the Preaching Mission, which is a Facebook and YouTube site dedicated to the fatherhood of God, the sonship of man, and the brotherhood of all mankind. Today I was wanting to do a Urantia book reading. The Urantia book is it's a big blue book that's full of great things. So let's take a read. I figured we would read the farewell discourse of Jesus, because in the Urantia book the whole story of Jesus is in here. All the biblical stories are amplified. You get the whole day, what was going on, and more details than you could ever dream. This is the farewell discourse, paper 180. I really like this one. It's about that new commandment. It's in the Bible that day. You read in the Bible about Jesus giving them a new commandment. But this is that day and that hour. Let's check it out. Paper 180, the farewell discourse. After singing the psalm at the conclusion of the Last Supper, the apostles thought that Jesus intended to return immediately to the camp. But he indicated that they shall sit down. Said the Master, "You well remember when I sent you forth without purse, without wallets, and even advised that you take no extra clothes with you. And you will all recall you lacked nothing. But now have you come upon troublesome times. No longer can you depend upon the goodwill of the multitude. Henceforth, he who has a purse, let him take it with him. When you go out into the world and proclaim the gospel, make such provisions for your support as seems best. I have come to bring peace, but it will not appear for a time. The time has now come for the Son of Man to be glorified, and the Father shall be glorified in me. My friends, I am to be with you only a little while longer. Soon you will seek after me, but you will not find me. I am going to a place where you cannot at this time come. But when you have finished your work on earth, as I have now finished mine, you shall come to me, even as I now prepare to go to my Father. In just a short time, I am going to leave you. You will see me no more on the earth. But you shall see me in the age to come, when you ascend into the kingdom which my Father has given me." The new commandment. After a few moments of informal conversation, Jesus stood up and said, "When I enacted for you a parable indicating how you should be willing to serve one another, I said that I desired to give you a new commandment, and I would do this now as I am about to leave you. You well know the commandment which directs you to love one another, that you love your neighbor even as yourself. But I am not wholly satisfied with even that sincere devotion on the part of my children. I would have you perform still greater acts of love in the kingdom of believing brotherhood. So I give you this commandment, that you love one another even as I have loved you. And by this will all men know that you are my disciples, if you thus love one another. When I give you this new commandment, I do not place any new burdens upon your souls. Rather do I bring a new joy and make it possible for you to experience a new pleasure in knowing the delights of the bestowal of your heart's affection upon your fellow men. I'm about to experience the supreme joy, even through enduring outward sorrow, in the bestowal of my affection upon you and upon your fellow mortals. When I invite you to love one another, even as I have loved you, I hold up before you the supreme measure of true affection. For greater love can no man have than this, that he lay down his life for his friends. You are all my friends. You will continue to be my friends if you are willing to do that which I have taught you. You've called me master, but I do not call you servants. If you will only love one another as I am loving you, you shall be my friends. I will even speak to you of that which the Father reveals to me. You have not merely chosen me, but I have also chosen you. I have ordained you to go forth, to yield fruit of loving service to your fellows, even as I have lived among you and revealed the Father to you. The Father and I will both work within you, and you shall experience the divine fullness of joy if you will only obey my command to love one another as I have loved you. If you will share the Master's joy, you must share his love. And to share his love means that you have shared his service. Such an experience of love does not deliver you from the difficulties of the world. It does not create a new world, but it most certainly does make the old world new. Keep in mind, it is loyalty, not sacrifice, that Jesus demands. The consciousness of sacrifice implies the absence of a wholehearted affection, which have made such a loving service a supreme joy. The idea of duty signifies that you are servant-minded, and hence are missing the mighty thrill of doing all your service as a friend for a friend. This impulse of friendship transcends all convictions of duty, and service for a friend can never be called a sacrifice. The Master has taught the apostles that they are the sons of the living God. He has called them brothers, and now, before he leaves, he calls them friends. And on that note, I think Jesus, if you would follow him, then Jesus is your best friend. And that and if you're following him, then you're learning to treat your friends with that Jesus love. That it ain't a sacrifice to bear their burdens with them because you love them. You're there to help them. That friendship with God is a mighty lever to uplift a many folk who are down and out and having despair. And that's our job as followers of Jesus, to make this truth attractive. So if they see us walking by, they see that light in us, and they might come and they might ask. And when they ask, they shall be filled. Those who follow Jesus with this new commandment, they fulfill all the old commandments in that new commandment. Because it's joy for a friend. This is a duty that transcends just doing things because you're told to. Obedience. This is volunteer service. Here I am, Lord. Here I am. Send me. So at the preaching mission we say, Amen.